time that I wanted to, first time I wanted to throw 25 pounds of clay. This isn't 25. I was in my basement studio in Tennessee, and I just decided, I had hundreds of pounds of clay. I'm going to throw 20. I'm going to center and throw. People do this. I can do it. I, keep doing this. So you see, I'm not wedging this. And this doesn't have grog, so it's going to be a little tough to make a real big piece with it, but it's okay.
You can do it.
We'll give it a try. I remember, Susan, when you would slap your clay onto the wheel, I just always enjoyed listening to it because I knew it was down there when you finished. It's a memories and stories of most of you that I keep close to my heart. So then I look at the bottom, make sure I don't have any twists on the bottom. Then, should I put water on it? Maybe. We don't want it flying.
Take that.
This is Susan. So in my studio in Tennessee, I'm in the basement. I had clay everywhere. I had just clay everywhere. It would fly this way, it would fly that way. And I wasn't getting frustrated. I was just like, what's the secret? Why can people do this? Well, what I was doing was I was doing this. I had the wheel going as fast as she'd go because I knew that the power of the wheel would help me. So, secret is just slow it down. Just slow it down. Yep, I'm gonna get dirty. I almost brought my apron.
Your apron's up there. Do you want one?
Nah, it's okay.
Too late?
I'll just, yeah, too late. It's why women have breasts. It's like padding. And it takes longer. Thank you. It matches me.
There you go.
It takes longer
Very
to center a
fashionable.
big piece. So some of you went to some pretty cool workshops this summer, huh?
Yeah, we did.
Down in Sugar Maples?
Oh, yeah.
Up to Jordan's?
Yeah.
Jordan's pretty cool, isn't he?
Yeah. That's how we gotta get our wood firing.
Yeah? Your wood firing,
Our
fix?
Yeah, our fix, exactly.
Phenomenal results.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How many hours?
I couldn't go.
48? 48? Ah, it's nothing. We did 51.
Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, but the actual firing wasn't 48, right?
Yeah. I started it Friday night,
Yeah.
finish up.
What happened to the dude that took the Bruno pieces? The guy from Massachusetts?
Oh, Will. Will, I had said that anybody who wants to fire there, he's happy to let you fire free of charge. Wow. So it's up in, it's on Will Finkel. He's on Finkel Road in Vermont. And he's north on Route 100, off Route 100. I have his phone number and address if anybody wants it. I think if a group of you wanted to fire, I know Stephen Proctor would be able to get in touch with him.
Stevens in Brattleboro, right?
Stephen's in Brattleboro. What's between Bennington and Brattleboro?
Wilmington?
Wilmington. You go to Wilmington and go straight north. I think that's Route 100.
Towards
And
Montpelier.
Will's right up there. I think, what's the name of the other potter?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Barbara,
got-
how did he rebuild it? As a train kiln or?
No, I think he rebuilt her just like she was.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Bruno the girl, kiln.
Josh Jerem has said anybody who wants to fire in
In
Ellie
Ellie,
can
yeah.
do it for free.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to use the gas kiln,
In fact, I think he might be here this afternoon.
10.
Porcelain?
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that cover porcelain? Or high enough for
It's,
Yeah.
as long as
Cone
it's
10 porcelain.
Yeah,
You have to have a cone 10.
yeah, you gotta have a cone 10 clay body,
Where is he?
to fire.
He
And he's in
is
Lakeland, I think. He just moved.
You're Schenectady, Miss Fiona. But if you're interested, I can help you. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Think how many miniatures you can make with this.
Yeah. I have to go. I have to go when this ends. But,
Think how many miniatures you can make with this.
I'm sure.
Patty Kennedy.
There's an air bubble deep in here, so I'm just trying to get it out.
Keep those bubbles.
You look at in anything you throw, Barb.
Somebody said to me at Reniger's a couple weeks ago, I sit in the corner and throw and let them look at the pots and then I talk to them. I was throwing and the woman stopped and she's like, "You look so happy. You look like you're in a different world." And I tell them that when I throw, and many of you have heard this many times, when I throw, it's like being a kid and being let out to play, and then hours go on, and you're like, what? Why do I have to go in now? It's like I just got out here. But I do feel that way. I've got an air bubble deep inside here, so we'll make the best of it. What are we gonna make? Let's see.
My 6-year-old Forrest, he'll see me grab the pin, the needle point, and he'll go, "What's wrong, Grandma? You have an air bubble in there?" I'm like, "Yeah, another one."
Did he really dye his hair?
Yeah, well, it sprayed it black. Did it look? He looked exactly like him, didn't he?
Yes.
Did.
Oh my God! And he had the voice too, the English accent.
For who?
Harry Potter for Halloween. He's blonde,
He sprayed his hair black.
but he was black. Oh God!
He's a trip.
Oh, he is a trip. He's amusing.
And I know a lot of people say negative things about Facebook, but it keeps me in contact
Yeah.
with everybody, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we love to see you with the kids and know exactly how you're feeling.
Well, thanks. I do have fun with them. So I want about a 1/2 inch on the bottom, which I've got quite a bit more.
Not a third of them?
Everything with me is a third, isn't it? It's just a third.
Where's Harry?
I'll see Harriet and Frank tonight.
Harry, really?
Yeah, she measured everything. I wish I had her ability with glazes. Oh my gosh. She's a
It's
whiz with
beautiful
glazes.
glazes.
I don't think she's making many pots anymore.
No, her back hurts.
Her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did do some for empty bowls though.
Did she?
Yeah.
I did too. I did not send them. You will
Well,
get a
some of
lot.
your old pots were there.
You will get. Oh, were they? Oh,
yeah.
You will get a lot next year because I will send them or bring them, one of the two. I am thrilled with the empty bowls. Oh my gosh, you guys, phenomenal. So now I've got it about at the depth that I want it, maybe a little thick. Oops.
Yeah, we missed the big party, of all of us being together, but it certainly brought in the money.
Well, and is it a lot less work?
Oh, yes.
It is.
I think so.
Yes and no.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
It takes up 3 weekends.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we have to set up 3 times and take down 3.
Well, maybe if you gave away t-shirts, you'd have more volunteers.
I'm going home. I'm going home.
exactly.
I know.
That costs your company so much every year.
Yeah, well,
I tell you
only-
what though, how many years? 16? Was
Oh,
it
yeah, we did,
6?
I did it probably 13 or 14.
We have them all.
This
You
was
stopped
16.
right when I got
This year was
involved.
16.
I have one shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got rid of my big old honking piece down there. So then one of the things I learned late on when you make a large piece is bringing up the walls. You don't have to start on the bottom. Think about starting on the bottom with this. How would, if I started down here, how would it, if I thin the walls, how's it gonna support the top weight? Okay? So there's no rule. There aren't any rules, but there aren't any rules about where you need to start. All right, so then start in the middle. Start in the middle, you know, start here. Bring this up. I'm sorry if we have a lot of hand builders here because I am just not a hand builder. I'm too impatient, I think. I like hand building when I hand build, but I'm just so impatient about I want to throw. I want to feel the clay spinning in my hands.
Barbara, are you firing Decon 10 or 5? 5.6?
I do both. I fire
Electric?
electric.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking my new Scud all the way
Uh-huh.
up.
Now, did you reformulate your gas glazes would not work in?
They do.
Do they really?
All but one. They all
Okay.
work,
Okay.
which before I left here, I
Did you try 'em?
I tried them all, and they work. Sorry, I had to cut the rim off. I thought I'd get rid of the air bubble, but I didn't.
Is the finish of, is the glaze a lot different though, being?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's different.
Really
The
big
Oribe,
difference.
remember the Oribe?
Yeah.
Persimmon is the same,
Okay.
which surprised me. Persimmon's the same.
Huh.
But the ET Tan and the Old Mine is somewhat the same. It's not great. Sorry guys, I gotta. Okay, so we did that. We were just talking about you.
Your beautiful glazes.
Your beautiful glazing.
You.
So then you're gonna go back. And when I'm looking at the inside, it's too heavy for me to really pick up and show you, but look at the inside, it goes straight down and then it kind of comes in and goes out like this. So the only consideration you need to remember is start on the bottom, bring it up to here. You gotta really let your hands float over that middle part. Sister, hi. Hi. It's good to see you.
you.
Good to see you. And I recycle a lot, you can tell, pull it all off. When I make pieces that are kind of tall, I don't make them straight up because the wheel's going to make them go out. So I make them this way. Structurally, it'll help me get height.
Barbara, are you at Renters in Mount Dora?
I am, yeah.
When are you there?
Except this, Saturday and Sunday. I don't go on Fridays. I don't have the sales on Fridays. I go on, you can come? All right, come on down.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Do you guys, any of you know Amio? Amio's in Sanibel right now, and she's like, come and see me. And I'm like, well, I'm in New York. Yeah. So you know Renegers?
No, but you said it, and it sounded familiar, and I thought, okay, I have to look it up.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. Definitely do over.
It's fun. It's been there, I don't know how many years. There's one also in Pennsylvania. And it's a lot of, there's a flea market on the other side, which I'm thankful I'm not in. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a big farmer's market, but you know, they sell things that are bought and resold and stuff like that. But I mean, you can come to our side and you can buy something for, you know, $5 too, or you can buy something for $2,000, you know, so. And I like the people there, the vendors go all over the country to buy vintage things. I mean, the things I had, my mom had, my grandma had in the kitchen, and you know, the primitives, and it's just like, I look at it, some of the vendors kind of look at me kind of funny, and I'm like, well, I paint that. They're like, oh, no. I said, but it's peeling, and it's rough, and they're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. They put up with me. I don't know what it's gonna be, probably a vase, just tall. I just couldn't make a wide bowl without the grog. So those of you who know Lydia, she's a senior at Albany.
Wow.
May.
Mm.
She's
Great.
doing really well. She'll graduate in May. And
What's her major?
communications and public health. Yep. So she's doing really well. Huh?
Lydia came to Empty Bowls and helped with the,
That's right. She said that. And in fact, she said to me, Grandma, it felt funny. I was there half an hour and I was like, what else do I do? This isn't enough, you know? She was like, this isn't, you know, she said, I felt like I didn't do much, but I said, hey, you were there, you know, to set up and stuff.
Yep.
So now I've pretty much got so that I can go from bottom to top. And I am using my shoulders on this one. Is tomorrow the last day, Teresa, for ordering?
Yes.
I'm just doing a
Today's
little.
Saturday, tomorrow Sunday, yes, ma'am, it
Yep.
is.
Tomorrow's the last day for ordering from Playscapes, guys.
Until the end of the year.
Until the end of the year?
The next order will be in June.
Wow. See, that's something really nice about a community studio, is that, you know, for me, if I need anything, I've got two places I can go to. You know, I've only got two places I can really go to. That was nice, actually. Is that a ring?
Yeah. Yep.
Having your own studios, I agree with you, I love having my own spot, this is mine, and, you know, nobody messing with anything, but I miss watching
Yeah.
people grow.
Watching you throw it out of this old
No, it doesn't.
Well, there's something really wonderful to having other people to talk with and bounce off of and help with issues.
Barbara, you mentioned workshops. Is there a workshop that sticks in your head as one that you really enjoyed, like in terms of watching them grow or things you learned? You can't say Cynthia.
One of the, I think I went to 4 workshops. One of the things I decided after I went to the Appalachian Center for Crafts in 1981 and went to 2 weeks workshop, I decided right there and then that every year I'd do at least 2 workshops. I would go and participate. And there were workshops that were wonderful for different reasons. But I'd say Pete Cannell in Charlotte, North Carolina. He was fabulous. Ron Myers, he was pretty good. Hey, that one we went to in North Carolina, oh my gosh, for the pig picking, when we were all vegetarians. Yeah. Well, we said we were, and we went out in the cotton field and Mary Pat fell flat on her face. Yeah, I remember that workshop. But as far as throwing, I'd say Michael Simon, Ron Myers, I went to a drum workshop in Maryland that was fabulous. Went to Montana to a workshop that was a raccoon workshop. I would wait for the April Ceramic Monthly to come out, and I would immediately go to the workshop space, and I would write down possible, definite, possible. And I made sure that somehow twice a year I went to 2 workshops, and it really helped tremendously. I loved it.
Who are you inspired by nowadays? Some of the younger potters that you like?
There's, and I can't remember her name other than Sherry. There's a woman who does pinch pots and wood fires them in Michigan. I love her work. She gets so much out of the clay, and she pinches it, and they are beautiful. I have one of her teapots. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I would say she's the young, and who's the potter in North Carolina, Mary Pat, that we had to go back to see?
Oh, yeah, Kyle. Yeah, that I have.
That one.
Kyle Carpenter.
What's his name?
Kyle Carpenter.
Kyle Carpenter.
I love his work.
Fabulous,
And
fabulous.
Matthew, there's another North Carolina fellow that's a soda player too, and I have a piece of his. Matthew, I have it written.
And I like Matt Shyman a lot.
Young Me Kim? Is that who it is?
Yeah,
Young
Sherry, yeah. I said Sherry.
Really?
Sherry.
Close. Yeah, there you go. Close enough.
Just call me Sue.
Just call me Sherry. You guys are so forgiving.
We did many good workshops at Monroe in Northeast.
Oh, Hayne Bayless?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Gay Smith, yeah.
Dave Smith must be one of the funniest ones.
Oh, wow. I've seen those pots, yes. They're gorgeous. And we had Val.
Oh, Val. Oh,
That was a
Val.
good one.
Val, yeah, that was weird, yeah, I have that big photo up there.
I have to say, the Riggs workshop.
Phil Rogers.
Oh, Phil Rogers.
Oh,
yeah.
Riggs, yeah.
And we did Naked Ragu, and it worked. We sprayed it and everything fell right off. At Patty Kennedy's, and that closed.
Oh, wow. So basically, I'm just doing the form now. I'm gonna make it, it's gonna be a vase, because without the grog, I can't make a bowl, and we're gonna do the best we can here. And
It's just a good reminder to slow down for me.
slow down,
yeah, I tend
And
to.
it's thick, but I'm not not gonna worry about it, because I'm having fun. I get to be in New York for a few days.
Thank you for bringing the sunshine.
Oh, no problem. It's raining like crazy down there.
Did you drive up or fly up?
I flew. I would have driven, but I didn't have much time. And I have to be back to teach on Tuesday. And at Renniger's, it's a cannabis fair this weekend. So you're missing out. As the vendors say, it's like, hey, they come through and, I mean, they even have doctors there, so you can get a prescription right there.
Oh my God.
But at any rate,
Hey, it's legal here now.
I'm surprised. That's, you know,
What about the
So
tax
if you-
money?
If you go down to the city, it's cannabis fair every moment.
Yeah.
Every time I go down.
Yeah.
well, so the last cannabis fair, I think, was in June, and I did really well. I sold a lot of pots. But the vendors who have furniture, one guy, Kurt, he came to me, he goes, tomorrow when that guy wakes up and realizes he's got a sofa in his truck, he's gonna wonder where'd that sofa come from? But, yeah. So I put my throwing rings back on the outside of it because I like throwing rings, and so I'll just. That's a 4-letter word now, isn't it? Just. Because people are like, Barbara, you can't say just all the time, you know. It's
Sure you can.
more than just. These ribs are wonderful ribs. It's kind of clunky. It's okay. I do a lot of carving. I really love carving. It's the only thing that I, other than my great-grandchildren, that I have patience for. Kids I have patience for. I don't know why. But I do. I don't want to do this, but I want to. I could hear a pin tool drop.
Yeah.
We're all holding our breath.
I don't mess it up too badly.
No, but if I were doing it, I'd be holding my breath.
Oh. It's so thick, it's, you know, just kind of messy, but it's okay. At least I did decently with the others.
I don't know, great to me.
It's just I had a huge air bubble, which, you know, there I was saying, I don't wedge. I don't wedge. I don't wedge. I don't need to wedge. Well, I don't know that I can bring it out much more, but we'll try. How am I doing time-wise?
All day.
Where are we going? Nowhere, no.
I have to have Lydia to work at 4.
Oh, then hurry up. No.
She's working 2 jobs, and she's like, oh, Grandma, take the car. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, how do I start it? I'm sitting in the car. I'm like, I'm going to have to go back in and ask her how to start it. You know, because it uses a key. Mine, you just push a button. And I'm like, I can figure this out. Figure out how to make this thing start. And I did. But she's so tiny that, you know, like, I'm like, whoa, I didn't know the seat went up that far.
Do you still have your pickup?
I should sell out of my pickup. So I'll tell a funny story. My little granddaughter, Blake is her name. She was holding my hand. We were walking out to my truck for something. Oh, it's got a nice wobble. And she's like, Grandma, where's your car? And I said, oh, I don't have a car. I just have a truck. She said, but you're a girl. Tim, hi. So, you know, I'm going to leave the bottle in it. I kind of like it. yeah, a couple weeks ago, I got home from Renegers Sunday evening, and the kids next door playing basketball, and they were 7 years old, 7 years old. And I walked out, because the ball was on my side of the fence, walked out to throw the ball back over, and this little kid, there's about 30 kids out there. It's a church camp. And yeah, I'm in between a church camp
Oh dear.
and a nuisance alligator exterminator.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Just like here.
Hot ham, those are my neighbors.
Yeah, pet alligator supply store.
The first thing I asked Jimmy when he was building a house next door, I'm like, what do you do with the alligator?
Yeah.
What, are you gonna bring them? And he's like, no, I slaughter them and I sell the meat to restaurants.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you can go in the grocery store and buy alligator meat. But,
What does it taste like, do you know?
chicken.
Everything
I've had
tastes like chicken.
Everything, rabbits and chicken.
alligator tail, yeah. it tastes
Tastes like rabbit, which tastes like chicken.
It does, it tastes like chicken.
chicken. I'd rather have a chicken.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I walk out and I'm almost to the basketball, and this little kid says, "Here comes an old lady." And I'm like, yep. Love the kids. Here comes an old lady.
Want your ball back.
And as I'm bending down, he goes, "That's our ball."
And then did he say, "Nice arm"?
Oh, it's so fun. No, they're great. They're great kids. You know, it's like, oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna wind this up because I do have to get Lydia to work. But it's not the best, but you know, doesn't have any grog. Doesn't have any grog.
Can I ask you a silly question? Because sometimes you come up with the most amazing answers. Okay, so lately I've noticed that every single person who buys or who I give one to, who has one of my tumblers, is using it as a fucking vase. Sorry, instead of using it to drink from. And they don't seem to know that you're allowed to use it to drink from.
Ah, so you
And they don't know what my
sure
vases are. They're just like, what is this? And like, you put flowers in this and you drink out of this. Should I actually label them all that way? I mean,
just look at her and say it's a fucking tumbler.
I don't know. I think they know that, and then they go home, they take a picture with a bunch of flowers, or they plant plants in them.
At least they're using it. At least they're using it.
Yeah.
But I have to say,
She goes, I'm looking for a big tumbler. I'm like, well, I hate it to be a vase, but if you want to drink out of it, what the heck?
and some people are reticent to drink out of or eat out of handmade pottery. Some people just are, or they feel they're not good enough. Just say you're good enough to drink out of this.
I think that like it has to be glass to
You
drink
are
out of it.
worthy.
That's
You
what
are worthy.
I don't know. I was
You
just
are
learning.
worthy.
Yeah, you're worthy. You should definitely. Have
So this
that.
is really thick. I made it into a lamp.
Sweet.
So it's a lamp
Yeah.
because it's so thick. And you would just take a tool, a hole tool, and put a hole right through here. But I would trim it down. Whoever wants to can trim it down. And anyway, I'm finished. Thank you.
Yeah, you should think all of us.